save them, African Americans have frequently been the conscience of the nation. They have believed in America and our Constitution often more than America believed in herself, working in a variety of ways, from in secret to in court to in uniform, to fight, agitate, and insist that America be no less than her Declaration and her Constitution declares. It's not the same. After the Civil War, African Americans were the inspiration and helped push for the passing of the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments to the Constitution, which prohibited slavery in all of the United States and recognized the citizenship and voting rights for everyone, born or naturalized here, regardless of race or color or previous condition of servitude. And nearly 100 years later, African Americans stood up to defend those constitutional rights that their ancestors had risked everything for, in a civil rights movement against racial discrimination and violence known all around the world. And those freedom fighters are our ancestors on whose shoulders we stand. As the title of John F. Kennedy's 1958 book, A Nation of Immigrants, reminds us, unless we are the child of two indigenous people, everyone here is the descendant of people who came from somewhere else, fleeing persecution, seeking business opportunity, banished for punishment, kidnapped for money or otherwise. Lands with their own cultures, language, values, and spirit. And the beautiful thing about a melting pot like this is that it can then embrace and benefit from all of the strength and character of the people who are now America. And there is something about this great people that of Africa, that no matter what they have endured, they simply cannot stand by and let America not be the land that it can be. As if that were not enough, raising the Pan-African flag reminds us that long before colonialism and enslavement, African people have an amazing history of civilization and advancement that, when we look at the timeline, archaeologists and historians know this history formed the basis of world history, and therefore they have nothing to be ashamed of and everything to be proud of. The Pan-African flag, adopted in New York in 1920, represents the people of Africa in America and nations around the world. Places they traveled to before history, and places they were taken against their will in the industry of human trafficking in African people, a multi-generational industry that meant the child born to a person in bondage would also be in bondage, and her child, and so on. Meaning the dreams and aspirations of the person or the parent did not matter. But they never stopped resisting. And so it is a practice that the date June 19th, our newest federal holiday, represents the end of, and celebrates the perseverance, the tenacity, the resilience of this great people who are true America. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And so now we'll raise the flag.